So this video is going to be a bit different. I'm going to be talking about why I decided to grow my hair to be this long. And it's not just because I can be able to cut it, there's actually a few reasons why. But the main one is that society at the moment, if you think of the way society works, right? You have the media, you have social media, and also, you know, the elite-owned media, like the newspapers, the TV channels, and things like that. And then you have the other systems of control, which is like school, university, and then the job ecosystem, going to work, getting a job in the corporate world. And in all of those situations, what usually happens is you have a narrative given to a society by a small group of people. At first, at least. Most people, don't know that it's a small group of people to give the narrative to society. But you have a narrative, in this case, that growing long hair or, having long hair is seen as untidy or not neat and, controlled, and not, I guess you could say, not accepted widely by society. And this is changing, but, a few years ago, it was very different. Even just 5 years ago, it was very different than how it is now. But one of the main reasons that I thought it would be a good idea to grow it is because society is always trying to tell you, how to look, how to act specifically, and what things are acceptable and what things are not acceptable. And I've always disagreed with that. I've always thought that people should be able to make up their own mind about what to do and, where to go, how to look, and all of that stuff. But specifically with the corporate world, I feel like there's a bit of pressure put on people to maintain a certain look, which is that they cut their hair, keep it short, keep it tidy. If you turned up to work with messy hair, you might be looked at in a weird way. People might judge you. They might judge you, it might be like a weird vibe that you get from people. And I disagree with that. I think people should be able to decide how they look. So that is, I would say, the main reason is that it's a rebellion against the way society is trying to tell people how to behave and how to live. With the close second, the second reason is a very close second, and that is that it's actually a lot easier. If you are used to having a haircut every month, let's say, or even every 2 weeks, some people have a haircut every 2 weeks. Firstly, that costs a lot of money. That costs, at the best case scenario, maybe £10 or $10 a time. At the worst case scenario, for a good stylist, you might be looking at $40 or $50. And that's a lot of money. That adds up really quickly. And if you calculate how much you're going to spend every year on keeping your hair short, it's a lot of money. And once you've got past what we call the awkward stage, which is where you're not able to tie it up, before you're able to tie your hair up like that, once you've got past that stage, there's pretty much zero maintenance on this hairstyle. I don't spend any time on my hair at all. I literally wake up, tie it up, and then that's it. Or I could have it down, and I just would need to just do a very basic, running my hands through it just to make sure it's not knotted or tangled or anything. But the point is, it's very low maintenance. It's very easy to maintain, and it always looks pretty good. Like when it's tied up like this, there's not really much that can go wrong. However, with a short hairstyle, after 3 or 4 weeks, it looks really messy. You need to get it tidied up. You need to get a trim. And again, that costs money. It costs money. It costs the time you have to spend going into town or wherever, to get your haircut done. And there's really no need to do it, unless you really want to have short hair, which, in my opinion, long hair looks better on men anyway, and girls. I think long hair looks better on anyone. But yeah. They're the two main reasons why I thought I would grow my hair long. And then over the years, it's just kind of become, it's just become like, I've become very used to it now. The idea of getting a haircut is just like, it's a weird idea, because not only would it cost money, but even if I did it myself, like I used to cut my hair myself, actually. I used to have a really short haircut, like about this long. I would have this haircut every week or so. But because I did it myself, I was still saving money. But it's still a lot of effort, to maintain that. It's still a lot of time. Like I'd still have to spend 1 or 2 hours a week cutting it. And that's time that I could be spending doing something else. Because, hair is not really a big priority for spending a lot of your time on. And there are people, and here's the thing, right? If you have short hair, you tend to find that it's hard to make it look good. Or at least it takes longer to make it look good. Like I know a lot of people who have short hair, and then every morning before they, go out to work or go out for the evening, whatever, they spend about half an hour doing their hair, you know, like combing it and gelling it up, putting product in it. Whereas if I want to go out, I literally just tie my hair up. I mean, it takes 2 seconds, and it's going to be pretty much a foolproof hairstyle. You know, like there's not much, unless it's a really windy day, and then in that case, maybe some hairs would come loose and I'd have to retie it. But, you know, there's no need to do anything. And in my opinion, it looks better anyway. You know, having long hair looks better in my opinion. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. So leave a comment letting me know what you think about long hair, and I'll see you next time.